Guys, welcome back to my channel. My screen got really dark, so I'm turning up my brightness. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My screen got really dark, so I'm turning up my brightness. 1 second. Alright, there we go. We are back on live. Let's see. Pull some messages for you guys. Kind of feeling this deck. Jonesy, you okay? Let me go open this door. What? Window. There you go. Excuse my room. I need to clean. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's get into the message for the collective. What is the message here for the collective? So y'all need to get some rest. Welcome in, welcome in. Comfort. Jonesy, stop. Jonesy, stop. Got some calm, relaxing, saxophone, jazz music. This says more than jazz. It's called Whatever Possessed Me. Ooh, I think these are my first time shuffling these cards like this, because they usually be too big for my hands, but I guess I'm getting used to them. They get a little bit more flimsy. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Okay. What is the what is the message here for the collective? Queen of Cups could be taking on too much. This could be the Queen of Creation, the Queen of Relationships, emotional idealist, nurturing, loving, individual, psychic, intuitive. Mother figures could be significant. But aside from that, I seen the Ten of Wands, which you can tie to a burden. Someone could be taking on a lot, carrying a lot. All right. Says loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing. Told you, very loving individual, very compassionate, psychic, can predict things, self-sacrificing, one who has deep psychic insights, a person who cares for others but forget to take care of themselves. All right, this is also confirmation to trust your intuition if you haven't already. And it says a deep love of family and friends. as well as follow your heart. So a deep love of family and friends could be significant. Maybe you guys are going to reap this if you're not already. And a confirmation to follow your heart. All right, Five of Pentacles out here. Some of you guys, when it comes to finances, they could be low. All right. Some of you guys could be in poverty. That's what they would call it. But this is going to change. I feel like you're going to leave a lot of things behind if you haven't already. You're leaving a lot of things behind. You're emotionally detaching or withdrawn from certain things. Leaving behind everything you once known, loved, done. Four of Cups. Apathy. Failing to recognize a magical opportunity. Some of you guys are in the space of apathy. It could be disappointment. It could be boredom. It could be anything. Being in this space is too distracting, right? This talks about the distractions of daily life. Whatever is going on in your daily life, you don't have the best emotions towards it. And I feel like this is distracting you from something that has a lot of potential, something that's a magical opportunity that you're failing to recognize as such. You could be missing the point when it comes to being in this energy. All right? You could be in a discontent energy, lost in your own world, being encouraged to wake up. Right? You could be having the best world right now. The rewards of your labor could be coming through, and there's this opportunity that you're not really realizing, or that you could be missing out on, because where your heart is at, right? Where your mind is at. You're lost in your own world with the distractions of daily life, things. Get out of that energy, wake up, because there's magical opportunities. All right? I'm seeing you heading into calmer waters, especially mentally. I'm getting this very sound, serene energy. All right? This is the end of challenging times. Things could be looking up from here, like things could be getting better in your life. All right? It says a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place. You sure are finding your way to a peaceful place. This says the end of depression or an illness. Okay? So, okay, I'm seeing an ending of depression or an illness. It's really good. And it also talks about travel or relocation. So, could be traveling, whether it's by water, whether it's by air. You could be relocating. Seven of Fire. Seven of Wands. Stand your ground is what it talks about. All right. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. Like, you don't have to sit there and let people walk all over you. You can still have your own mind and still speak your truth. But it's just like using your wisdom and your intellect to know that some people, they don't understand like you do or understand like you do. So there's really no point in trying to argue with someone or, do this and do that. So just take that how it resonates for you. The planet Saturn, Mars, the moon, which ties to feelings and emotions. Mars ties to action and energy. Saturn ties to responsibility and discipline. This is Mercury right here. It ties to communication and mentality. I believe that's Pluto, which can tie to transformation and regeneration. And I believe that's the planet Chiron, which talks about pain and hurt or something like that. So no matter who's against you, what's against you, keep standing up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence and challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. All right, the Three of Wands, moving forward, ships coming in. Yes, you may be receiving some type of delivery or something could be on the way to you. And I feel like it's an opportunity. Whether it's an opportunity to travel, whether it's an opportunity to relocate, whether it's an opportunity to receive the blessings. All right. This says planning for the long term. You could be planning for the long term or encouraged to. Some people feel like when they get the Three of Wands, this is that action period. They've been planning and planning when they were in the Two of Wands energy. Now it's Three of Wands, and now this is where things are happening, right? But it all depends on who's the reader. And I'm using specific cards, so it already has information on it that I like to read, and pictures and everything. I'm just now noticing, and I had these cards for years, especially this deck. I never realized that this said opportunity across the way. Angel number 10 is very significant. Angel number 4, angel number 6. 1010 is very significant. All right, it says abundance from past choices. Okay, maybe you made some choices in the past that in the present is offering abundance, right? Maybe you were someone who reacted with integrity and, you know, justice played out and you ended up receiving dharma, the good side of karma, right? So it says pride in the success of your labors. You could be having pride in the success of your labors. It says be patient as you decide what's next. All right, no need to go jumping into fire. I know you have this fiery energy about you, but be patient, okay, as you decide what's next. All right. Page of Pentacles. You could be going back to school. You could be someone who likes to learn. You could be a scholar. Maybe when you grew up, you were most definitely a scholar, schoolgirl, school guy. All right, this is a person that's scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous. All right, it says time to get to work. This could be your energy towards things, or maybe it's that time. It's about time to start turning your dreams into reality, taking a practical approach and making things happen. All right, those opportunities that's been in your face that you haven't been in the best energy to go after, it's about that time. All right, it says an excellent opportunity presents itself. So maybe there's an opportunity that's going to be presenting itself if it hasn't already. All right, I'm seeing some happy news about your career. All right, promotions, happy news when it comes to promotions or scholarships. All right, you will get that grant, you will get that scholarship, you will have the career that you wanted or that you like. You will get promoted or you will get that promotion, you will graduate, whatever it is. I'm also seeing a new area of study. So some of you guys could be taking on a new major or a new area of study. All right, the page can also symbolize a message. So it could be a check coming in, new money. We talked about promotions and everything like that. When it's time to earth, there can be things that are also tangible, finances, material values like cars, houses. All right, but this energy mainly talks about the, new job and everything else, not strictly based on school. So you could be getting a new job. Your finances and everything could be getting into a shift. This can also be a young person, someone in school, cheerful, dependable, or maybe this was you in your youth. But Two of Cups. love. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the ending of challenges. Exchanging gifts. Don't give up on people you love. That's what these things say. All right, because you know how sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to cut this person off because blase. But in actuality, this is somebody who you strongly, deeply still love and care for. Who's to say that you're making the perfect choice to cut them off if you really, really love them? Like, if you love them, go ahead and see. I understand if you was a person who loved them, but you just didn't want to be with them because of your own beliefs or whatever. But if you on the fence and you kind of like if those beliefs were projected onto you, then it's fine, you know. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship this is. This could be somebody who you haven't met before, but we talked about resurgence, so it could be something from the past coming back up, resurfacing. And let's see. An increase or a revival after a period of little activity, popularity, or occurrence. Yeah, this could be somebody who you really haven't seen in a minute, haven't talked to in a minute. So this doesn't have to just be romance. But if it is romance, this could be new love, or it could be something of the past that hasn't had any entertaining or anything. And the past don't have to be that far away. It could be 2 months ago, 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 hours ago, 2 seconds, you know. All right. Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, new money coming in, prosperity. All right, this is a windfall of abundance. I stay doing that sometimes. This is a windfall of abundance. Okay, you could be a wise counsel. You could be getting downloads, wisdom. I'm seeing good fortune. I'm seeing an exciting career opportunity. I'm telling you, you're going to get an exciting career opportunity. I'm seeing something about a lucrative contract. Significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. Life is going to be looking up for you. I don't know what's been going on, but you're heading into calmer waters, and your finances are going to be looking hefty. Your love life is going to be getting better and ascending. You're going to start attracting equal give and take relationships. People who are able to give and receive love. Yeah, I'm seeing Cupid here. It's probably going to be a love at first sight, or the divine has orchestrated this connection to come about. Somebody could be in school thinking about going back to school, taking on a new major. Somebody could be getting promoted, getting a new check in the mail, getting a new job. All right. Yeah. So just keep standing your ground, because you know how some people, they try to discourage you and all that. No matter who's against you, who's on the opposite, know that your spiritual team is there with you, and to just trust yourself. All right, endings are bringing new beginnings in, and this is a beautiful time. This is a beautiful time. You just got to get out of your own way, your own energy, because that apathy, it's not serving you. It's not doing you any good, because you're missing out on opportunities being in that space. You missing out on relationships, creative pursuits, right? Because if you in the energy of depression, or you know, you discontent with life, or whatever the case may be, you know, you got to snap out of that. You got to bounce back, you know. Oh, yes. You are really going to be happy if you're not already. I'm seeing your wishes coming true. I'm literally telling you, look, 9 of Cups. King of Cups. And then I seen the Sun. I'm telling you, Then look, the Queen of Cups. Didn't I tell you gonna have somebody who's literally, it's gonna be some equal give and take, because you already a deep emotional idealist, deep feeling individual, compassionate, nurturing, psychic, intuitive, a motherly energy. And then you're gonna attract the masculine energy of, you know, these things. This individual is going to be someone who can give good advice. They have emotional intelligence. All right, they're very generous, compassionate as well, right? So you guys are really going to be a match. And you're going to, yes, you're going to love each other like you probably never been loved before. And that's only because now you guys came into a divine union with someone, right? When you over here connecting with people who are not as conscious and they don't know how to give or receive love, then of course it's going to be a problem. Now, it's different when you attracting somebody who on your level, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Y'all be together forever, hell, if y'all become romantically involved. Because there won't be no arguments. Like, I'm telling you, this is a beautiful relationship. Yeah. This most definitely could be something new, and it's coming in. I feel like it's coming in quick for some of you guys. Some of you guys, it could take a little time depending on you. I feel like everything always depends on you, right? And what divine timing is in your life, because we're all in the same collective, but we all have our individual lives. You know, we can marry each other, we can do this, we can do that. But yes, let's see. This is someone who's trustworthy. This is someone who's honorable. They're very devoted. They're cautious as well. I feel like this is a good cautious, though. This is I'm considerate of how you feel type of cautious. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, it's like someone's safe to be around. Like, you can literally completely trust them. Like, some of y'all probably like, damn, that exists? Because y'all done been through situations where you were hurt and lied to. You tried to forgive people who stabbed you in the back already. And you realize you can't let them keep on. Eventually it's not going to be a surprise anymore when the snake keep biting you. Black cats could be significant. Royalty for sure. You could have been a random regular kid, right, at a young age, but so they thought. Whole time you had beautiful imagination, you had spark, you were a little fireball, like passionate in things, you know, wanting to start on things, put action into things, go outside or do this and do that. And I feel like you've grown into this brilliant, talented, independent individual. I feel like you like to have things your way as well. Sometimes some of you guys can come off a bit controlling, but maybe this could be in a different light. Like, you knowing how to navigate things, being an executive of something, a CEO of something, being in control. You know how to be in power of something. And you know what they say about men versus women on the 3D plane. You know, especially a lot of women had to prove themselves to be able to be in certain positions or to be able to speak and be listened to. Half the men still won't listen to a woman. They'll be like, girl, go sit down and go cook or something. You know? So this is very brave. This is very powerful. You are someone who's beautiful inside and out. Some people may even feel like you're sexy, honey. Beautiful inside and out, of course. But this Queen of Wands energy naturally gives sexy. Okay? It says there is nothing you can't do. I don't know if you knew that or what, but there is nothing you can't do. It says believe in yourself. All right? It says never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. I'm telling you, some of y'all probably starting off small, starting off with something that you are inexperienced in, or that you're learning more, or whatever the case may be, little do you know you're going to master whatever these things are, because you can do anything you put your mind to, just like when you were a kid. All right, this says the need for balance between career and personal life. Make sure you create that work-life balance. All right, because you've been drained, and you've been being resilient, but I feel like you're drained of energy. So it's important to create that work-life balance. You know, I feel like you have a goal that you're trying to reach, but just don't miss out on opportunities where you're able to just sit and do nothing and feel your emotions and heal through them. And same, like, even with other things like connections with other people, missing out on the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals as you. And it could be in any ways. Maybe because you lack confidence. Okay? Maybe because, oh, the last person broke your heart, so you kind of depressed and you don't got time for all that. Or, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, when I see this missing out on opportunities energy, when it comes to the cup energy, that's why I'm fixated on the relationships or this and that. But in actuality, it could be anything. It could be within your finances, your career, relationships, just missing out on opportunities overall because of the emotions, the energy that you're in. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Tell me more about this Queen and King energy. There's a Queen and King here. They complement each other, right? Especially because they are like compatible, especially emotionally. They're similar. Yes, the Empress, 5 of Cups, and Justice. This is the Empress getting what they deserve. Like, of course, you're the Empress. This can even be you encouraged to make yourself available for this type of relationship. Like, if you're currently depressed and stressed and all this stuff, you know, then you're probably going to come off more head over heart or analytical, logical, or whatever the case may be, right? The Empress also talks about the birth of a business, a birth of a pregnancy. It could talk about a mother figure, the divine feminine, right? Yeah, the High Priestess. Yeah. I feel like you were a person that probably went through many cycles, patterns. But I feel like something is changing now. Something is going to shift. I feel like you're in alignment with this person who's going to help you be in this divine feminine energy, because you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to relax. You won't have to worry about if they cheating, if they looking at other women or men, you know, nothing. Literally, it's going to be somebody, this is going to be a solid relationship. Or if this is a situation, it's going to be a situation that is safe, whether it's within your career, whether it's an opportunity that's financial, whatever it may be. All right. But if this is a relationship, especially romantic, this will be a very solid relationship. All right. This can also be someone who comes off as hidden, but they are hidden but well-intentioned emotions. Okay. I just feel like that's the intelligent part about it, to be honest, but could be a bit of a mystery. Hidden but well-intentioned emotions. Wow. Could be a manifesting generator as well. It says a charitable benefactor. This could be somebody who's very giving. Like, this is not somebody who's a liability. This is somebody who holds their own weight and they give back. All right, maybe this is your own energy. Sometimes if it's not your energy, it's another person. All right, and I'm also seeing a counselor. So yeah, when you see the King of Cups, as I said earlier, it could be someone who gives good advice, a mentor, So yeah, some of you guys could be seeing a counselor, whether this is a school counselor, a career counselor, a therapist. Maybe some of you guys are going to bump into this person while doing some of these things, or maybe it's going to be out the blue. Now let's read this energy that came out earlier. The Five of Swords came out in the reverse. All right, it says, an unwise choice. There is a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. So I feel like since it came out in the reverse, you're already doing these things. Instead of an unwise choice, you're making a wise choice, right? Just apply to how it fits, because that may not be for everyone. It says there's a better way that will make you happier. And I feel like that's what it was. I feel like going down a path and you feel very hurt because some relationships didn't work out and you're dwelling over it. But in actuality, that's the best thing that could happen, because now they can get on out the way and you can attract beings who are more in alignment with you and your values, right? Nobody who you have to question. Somebody you can completely trust in all forms, whether it's business or personal life. It says avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. So you could be in this energy, you could be doing these things, or you're encouraged to do so. Learn from your past lessons, right? Energy number 5-5. You could be seeing 555. Look, here go the wise counselor. You could be a wise counselor. It says unity with a spiritually minded community. I'm telling you, there is going to be unity with a spiritually minded community. It possibly already is, and you just don't see it that way, right? Whether it's in the spiritual or whether it's on this 3D plane right now. It says, ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Ask your spiritual team for help and trust the answers will come. All right, it says, compare traditional methods with new ideas. Take that how it resonates for you. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. Okay. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. Do you want to do something new? Do you want to release what you previously learned and go about it a different route? Do you want to compare the traditional methods with new ideas? Maybe those ideas are of your own or something like that, to see which is best for you. This can be belief system. This could be your commitments. It could be anything. But yeah, I am seeing some of you guys are going to become famous. Excuse me. I'm seeing collaboration. You're being encouraged to do what you love. Yeah, all of this is very significant. Wow. Okay, yeah. So I'm seeing the law. I'm seeing truth. I'm seeing balance. I'm seeing fairness, karma. Okay? There's something being created here. Your new reality that was meant for you to experience is unfolding. You are about to become Jungian, if you haven't already, with spiritually minded individuals. It is time to take action. If you've been getting this energy to take action, it is time to take action. All right? Give birth to your dreams. This is most definitely talking about y'all's career for sure. This is literally a career and finance reading. A little love and everything is coming out with your emotions and everything. But honey, down to the T, it's most definitely getting that finance and career in here. If you can't stay for the entire message, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube. 1, 2, 3 is on the clock. You could be seeing 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the list goes on. 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 11, 11. I'm seeing creative projects will be very successful. All right, creative projects will be very successful. If it's involving music or creativity, regardless, it will be very successful. All right, I'm seeing you wonder why this is happening for you, and maybe it's because you haven't received it in many, many years. But this is your justice. I don't know if you've been living a life that was so horrific, right? To the point to where all you expect is poor, negative things. But in actuality, you're meant to be around spiritually minded individuals. You're spiritually minded. You're a person who is of a wise counsel. You're the empress. There's a lot of energy here. Emotional, intelligent, nurturing. So of course you deserve to be around people who's also of this energy. Who else you gonna connect with? How are you gonna have the family if you want the family? I know you're not gonna have it with somebody who still gotta get their stuff together and they're not conscious and everything else, because that's gonna be a whole But yeah, I'm seeing you get your spiritually minded community even within your love life. I'm seeing you create things and give birth to your dreams. This can be your dream reality. This could be some type of career. It says be impartial and objective. For the Justice card, it says stand up for what you believe. This is the second time we've seen something that says stand up for what you believe. All right, don't back down. If you believe that the impossible is possible, then do that thing that's supposedly impossible. If you believe that anything that's negative is false, then go ahead and continue to be positive and trust that you will, I'm telling you, will have wish fulfillment. It says try to see all sides of a situation. Maybe this can help you come into a more balanced space to where you're looking at it in a way that's like empathetic. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can be in whatever way that it resonates with you. So just take it how it resonates, okay? Try to see all sides of a situation. All of these don't have to apply to you. Be mindful we're also giving this message to other individuals, so just take it how it resonates. It says you will win if your position is one of integrity. So if you know that you've been having integrity and everything like that, then of course you're going to win. If it's a court situation, if it's something that's lawful, fair, the wheel is going to turn in your favor. I feel like some of you guys may have been experiencing a very lucky time. And trust me, when people see your life, they're going to think that you're really lucky, because you're going to have everything that you wanted and everything that you probably thought would never exist or would never come. You just have to have confidence in yourself and give birth to your dreams. Connect with individuals who are on your level. Sometimes we have to go in and create the life that we want. We have to create those friendships that we want. We have to do this and do that. If I see an emotional intelligent person and an emotional immature person, I have free will. I can talk to either one of them. But who would I want around my energy more? The emotional intelligent person, because then that's a white flag. The other one is more of a red flag. And if I look at it from a long-term point of view, they may get cut off the very same week. Only because when you ascend and you outgrow things and you cut everybody off, you're more in that space of, yeah, I learned my lessons, I'm not repeating anything. The show or the movie P2 could be very significant. It was some type of Christmassy movie, kind of gave horror or thriller or something like that. And it was like in this parking garage area where everything was happening. I think he was holding her hostage or something. So that movie is called P2, in case you haven't seen it. And if you try to find it or watch it, then that's basically a sum up of the movie. But you came into a life that was being created with your own free will and everything else. But I feel like this is not the end. This is only coming into the next chapter. Ending of a chapter into a new chapter. And this time, you're in alignment with the life that, if I look at you and I look at this, I'm like, yeah, that's your life. This is how your life supposed to be. You know, so it's all coming in. Some of y'all probably like, well, it's about damn time. And some of y'all probably don't even believe, you know. Others of y'all, you probably excited. You probably trust in the message. And you know that it's going to work out for you. And everything is going to get better. You're going to have that dream job, that successful relationship. You know, you're going to be right within because you're going to be loving yourself. You're going to be able to flow in your divine feminine, right? Your finances are going to be better. Your career is going to be good. Some of you guys are getting a new job. So it's like different things are happening. It's just all about you getting out of your own funk, getting out of your own energy, and not missing out on opportunities. If you're bored, go do something, right? You should never be bored in life. Completing your to-do list or just doing it, you should never be bored in life, you know? Either switch up your routine or just demolish the routine and just go be spontaneous or something. Because, yeah. If you need to go ahead and start creating that friendship list, go ahead and do it, honey. If you want to start creating the life that you've always dreamt of, the time is now. I don't know if you're waiting for a huge bell to ring and it starts now, but on a random Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, somebody had that idea. Next thing you know, it transformed into something tangible. Next thing you know, they started making money off of it. Now they are multi-millionaire before the year was up, right? Sometimes you just gotta go for things. What's the worst that can happen, right? The worst that can happen is you actually not trying in the first place. You actually giving up and not putting effort in something in the first place. Some people don't even try and they just give up right then and there because of the negativity or what they fear people may say about them. So at this point, you're not living for yourself, you're living for everyone else. Now that's no way to live your life. That's not freedom. Just like being in the matrix mindset and lifestyle. Break out of things, but if you like it, I love it, honey. Those creative pursuits is going to be successful. If you have been having integrity, you are getting justice, good karma. I'm seeing unity with divine beings. Don't forget to ask your spiritual team for help and know that the answers will come. You are attracting an emotionally stable, mature relationship that may last you for eternity. Maybe you should see a counselor, or you are a counselor, or there's something about a mentor that's significant. A male that's 35 years or older can also be significant. Libra, Taurus energy is here. Water energy, air and fire. All right, you could be a very enthusiastic, optimistic, creative person. All that fiery energy that you have in you can also cause you at times to be impatient. So maybe try working on your patience a little more. But hey, don't put out that fire. If you know you want to get started on something and this and that, then by all means. But remember, we talked about being patient as you decide on the next thing or taking your time. We said something earlier, and like I said, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube. So if you guys are wanting to get on the list is open. Nobody is on the list. All right, if you guys can double tap the screen, I would appreciate it. If you guys want to share where you are from in the comments, that would be nice to know. I am from Texas. All right. Yeah, you're about to receive some type of news that's going to be of exciting opportunities. Yes. It says allowing your creativity to soar. Ireland, wow. Are you currently there right now? So it says allowing your creativity to soar. Yeah, some of y'all are just going to be letting your inner child run free. Or this can actually be a child. I see if it is a child, then 2 kids or 2 childlike energies could be significant. If it's childlike, but they're not children, then it may be of an immature, childish type of energy. maybe you're releasing this as well so that whatever is in alignment with you can come. Because I feel like the little version of you is still there. But I feel like now you're coming into a space to where you're transmuting, you're releasing, you're integrating, you're shifting. It says, do things that fuel your passions. What fuels your passions? All right, do things that fuel your passions, whether you're into music and you take up music class, or whether you're into theater and you take up theater, right? Different examples. Maybe indulging in a passion, right? Would basically be doing things that fuel your passions. Chicago, okay. It says, finish what you start. All right, so I don't know if you started on something, but finish what you start. I don't know if it already happened, if you're presently in this moment, if it's going to be in the future, but finish what you start. Some of you guys could be in this energy already of finishing what you started, or you're being encouraged to. Back to the Three of Pentacles that we were talking about earlier. It says, do what you love. Remember we was talking about that? It says, recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Man, some of y'all need to be in the creative industry. I couldn't think of the name. Maybe it don't even have to be named industry. But whatever is of creativity, whether it's the arts or whatever the case may be, you will excel in creative pursuits. If it's a career thing, like this most definitely will feel like a hobby or a passion. It probably won't feel like an actual job, but it will be your occupation because you'll be getting paid for it, because it's something that you can get paid for as well. Like, I feel like you're going to have the highest quality of work with whatever this is. And I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less, right? But you're also going to be receiving recognition, right? Imagine having the highest quality of work, but nobody realizing it. No, people are going to realize and they're going to recognize. And I feel like they're going to tell you about it too. It says being paid well for your craft. See, I don't know what it is you do, create, can do, but I'm seeing you being paid well for your craft. Now, maybe for some of y'all, this is later on down the line, because our realities are all different. It all depends on us and our free will. All right. I'm also seeing working well with others. So maybe you're going to be collaborating with individuals who you work well with. And that's a good thing, because you know how sometimes, like a random job, you may not have coworkers that the best coworkers, right? Maybe they don't like you. Now, this is going to be people, none of that is going on. None of that petty, weird, low vibrational stuff. Literally getting to the business and working well together. I feel like you're a person that works well with others. You most definitely could be in teams. You're a team player. But I'm seeing working well with others. And I'm also seeing an excellent reputation. Yeah, see, of course, you already know how you are within your character. So if you're loyal and of good energy in this department, romance, platonic, whatever, of course, in business endeavors and everything else, give that same energy, right? You're not bogus in relationships at all. Therefore, you're not bogus in your business endeavors either, right? You don't have on the false mask to where you're this different shade of individual. You real, and real gonna recognize real. And people are actually gonna want to pay you for what you can do or create, especially something that's of creativity. Now, that can be in the form of communication. That can be in the form of actual, like, something that's like music, painting, crafting something, sculpting something. But you're going to have an excellent reputation. I feel like people are going to know you for what you do. Similar to being unforgettable. Now, the Two of Pentacles is here. The age 23 or 32 could be significant, or March 2nd, February 3rd, 2 years, 3 years, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 hours from now, or some of that sort, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 hours, 3 minutes. All right. When I see the Two of Pentacles, I think of balance, and I also think someone going back and forth with one financial situation to the other. Okay. Juggling something, and it could be finances, or it could be something that's just a part of the material world, like cars, houses, whatever the case may be. However, when you see this, it also can signify working too hard or just having multiple jobs. Remember, we talked about creating that work-life balance. Don't be 100% in your work that you have 0% of personal life, right? Don't be so wrapped up in your business, even 80%. Like, create a balance. All right. It says the need to bring balance and fun into your life. Yeah. So once again, I feel like there's a need to bring balance and fun into your life. You could be also juggling multiple priorities as well. And I'm also seeing balancing the budget. All right. Excuse me. You're also in a period of release, right? So there could be endings that lead to new beginnings. I'm also seeing the need to release situations or people that hold you back. So you could have already been doing this, but if you do still have people or situations that hold you back, you're going to need to release them, because I'm seeing that's how this new beginning is really going to be a new beginning. And a chance for you to experience the spiritual transformation. You probably already experienced a spiritual transformation. That's probably why your life is shifting how it is. You could be seeing a lot of white. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions here. You could have been crying, or you could be a very deep feeling or emotional individual. Or maybe that's somebody's energy towards you. Maybe relationships, creativity, and emotions could just be significant. But like I said, I don't know what you've been through before, but you're heading into calmer waters now. All right? With the star here, have faith, the future is bright. All right? Your dreams are literally going to come true in all areas of your life. Romance, career, all of that. You just need to have faith that the future is bright. All right? It says dreams come true. Maybe you need to train your mind and do some affirmations to help you believe this. If you don't, right? It says positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. I'm seeing positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You could be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This could be a period of time where you're healing now, where you're able to create or be in your creator energy, your divine feminine. This is a time of fairness, balance, karma, and justice. This is a period of time of release. Releasing any and everything that does not serve you or your highest good. Things that hold you back. All right? School opportunities, financial opportunities, career opportunities, promotions, new money, new jobs, new career, new hobby, purchases like homes or vehicles, a lucrative contract, just a windfall of abundance is here. And I don't know if that's because you've already released, because you started tending to your wisdom and everything, or if you're being encouraged to do this. Like, maybe it can even be both. Maybe you was cutting off certain people and you still got more to go. Like, everybody's life is different. That's why I say take it how it resonates for you. because tarot is very broad. And the more that I talk, the more energy I give. So the more drained I would be, right? So I try not to talk so fast. And I try to just take a pause, a little break. Because that what makes me get tired really quickly. I remember I used to be on live every day for over 24 hours. Like, it's crazy because right now I can't even fathom that even being a thing. But since I've literally experienced it and lived it, that's how I know it's true. And I've been going through, I have experienced this stuff with my hippocampus, right? The memory. So sometimes it's hard for me to recall things. Sometimes retain information, but not as much as it is to recall anything. It's mainly a recall thing instead of a retain. All right, and on the back of the deck, it's the Eight of Cups, which talks about moving forward, especially emotionally, you know, letting go of the relationships, you know, being emotionally withdrawn. So let's go ahead and read it. It says, the need to move on. Some of you guys, like I said, with release out here as well, heavy release energy, heavy move on energy. And that Three of Wands is out there. So yeah, it says, and then a dog could be significant. I'm seeing a black, white dog, brown dog. All right, men purses could be significant. Men bags, or the bags that kind of go over the head, could be significant. The crescent moon, treasure chest could be significant. Tears, fireballs, castles, wands, dragons, primordial times, celebrities. Maybe you're going to be famous in this life. You could be the divine feminine, or you're attracting a divine feminine if one is not in your energy already. All right, but yeah, it says the need to move on. So some of you guys could be feeling like you need to move on, or you're being encouraged like, yeah, it's time to move on. All right. It says seeking more from life than what you are experiencing. Maybe you want more. All right. And if that's the case, then go ahead and travel, experience, live your life. You know, I'm also seeing a spiritual quest. You could be on a spiritual journey, a spiritual adventure, a spiritual quest right now. It says choosing to make big life changes. You could be choosing to make big life changes, or you're encouraged to. Because little do you know, you're going to be getting paid in your sleep. Like, you're going to be literally getting paid until you pass away. Like, I'm literally seeing the infinity sign. So the number 8 can also be significant, which is a sign of abundance. Okay, and then this is the number 8 card, 888, period. All right, it says a change in priorities. Some of you guys, you're getting your priorities straight, or you're being encouraged to get them straight. Some of you guys, there's going to be a change in priorities. And I'm also seeing you leaving home, whatever home is to you. I'm seeing that you're going to be leaving. Maybe you left in the past. Maybe you're going to be leaving in the present. Maybe this is going to happen in the future. All right, this is a timeless read. Meaning it doesn't just have to resonate for today. It can resonate 5 years from now, right? 2 months from now, 5 days from now, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing is going on in you guys' life. This is like really, really, I'm glad I chose this deck to use, because some of these things I wouldn't have said if I would have used a different deck. So this was lovely to hear, to see, to know, because it's just confirming. So, of course, I know that it's confirming for you guys, especially if this message is for you. All right, Aquarius energy is very significant as well. Okay, Scorpio energy as well. So, yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I'm excited for you. This is going to be a life to remember. You know how they usually say a night to remember? This is going to be a life to remember. All right, let me take a little break because child been going. And I'm going to hop into another collective. But if you guys do want to get on the list, I have $6 questions, $10 questions. I have $10 readings, $15 readings, $25, $35, and $50 readings. Okay, regardless of which one you choose, they are all in depth. The questions, the readings. All right, if you're ever interested in advice, life coaching sessions, mentorships, I do have free consultations going on. If you have my number, feel free to reach me through my number. If you need my number, let me know. But I also have email, and you can just DM me as well. All right. If you're just now joining, welcome in. We are on a collective. Nobody is on the list, but if you want to get on the list, we can go ahead and get started on you now before I get into another collective. Right now, just taking a little pause from talking. So right now, just turn up this music a little bit. Hopefully, YouTube won't copyright my video. All right, but yeah, if you guys want to give me a follow, if you resonate with my content, make sure you do. Don't forget. For those of you who have been back and forth on considering it, you may never see my face again if you don't give me a follow, right? So if I resonate with you and you want to give me a follow, don't forget to give me a follow. For those of you who already have, thank you so much for the follow, for the gifts. I appreciate it. We don't have any shares right now. All right, and we're on 4K likes. So if you guys are able to double tap the screen, send some gifts, I will really appreciate that. Yeah, because see, some of y'all was going through a lot of stuff, right? People would have probably thought your life was cursed, or you probably would have thought somebody was sending evil out or something for what was going on. Thank you so much, honey, for the gifts and the shares. I appreciate that. And double tapping the screen. But yeah, y'all been through a lot of things. Some people may look at it as failure. You may even look at it as failure. But I feel like this was mainly defeat, right? Some of you guys probably literally had a death and rebirth. You literally, whatever these things were, it changed you completely. Some of you guys, it could have been a heartbreak within love. It could have been someone passing away in your life. Whatever is so huge to change the trajectory of your life, right? And depending on who you are, some of you guys, you're chosen one energy. So you didn't do nothing but go down the path that you were meant to be headed on all along anyway. You know, based on what happens in our own lives, and us having free will, and the divine being there, sometimes intervening, right? Some people believe, if you believe in like things outside of yourself. But whatever you guys have went through, this was something that basically destroyed you. And I'm not going to say it like that because you're very tough and, very strong and capable regardless, as you still are and you're still here striving and pushing through. But I feel like whatever this was, it mentally tore you up to the point to where maybe in all areas of life, reality overall, you were just, maybe some of y'all felt empty, maybe some of y'all felt incomplete, maybe some of y'all felt disappointed, maybe some of y'all felt like a failure, maybe some of y'all felt defeated in life. Something defeated you. And to hear that everything is going to turn around for you, somehow, for some of y'all, it may seem unbelievable. But when it get there, I want you to remember this reading. See, for some of y'all who believe in divination and everything like that, them cards come out, they come out. And that was a good reading. So I don't know when it's going to happen for you guys in your own individual lives. We have free will. Shit, it can happen tomorrow if you wanted to. A simple shift of your mindset, you can heal yourself completely. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, I did it before. It was like one of those awakenings that I had. But it's like, I don't know if Earth is that damn low vibrational or if it's my own energy. But sometimes when I come into certain shifts, I go back into my pre-state, like who I was before that. But I'll still have the recollection of what happened and the memory, and everything like that. I think that mainly happened once I started experiencing like this dark night of the soul, where I started being confused within my belief systems. I didn't know if this was true, if that was true, if I'm supposed to live my life like this, like that. So I think having certain people around me and being in that type of vulnerable space is the reason why all that stuff was happening anyway. But yeah, y'all been through the ringer, y'all been through a lot. And this is very much deserving. You very much deserve this breakthrough. You very much deserve this love life. You very much deserve that career that you've been probably dreaming about since a child. And it's gonna happen. Because I feel like you're that determined to get it done, and you're that blessed for your life to basically be like a dream. And that's how life's supposed to be. See, they be changing shit around, excuse my language. Keep dreaming, honey, because that's supposed to be how your reality is. It's supposed to be filled with relaxation and, you know, safety. You know, being able to express yourself, being able to feel, you know, to trust people who are around you or people overall. Knowing that you'll be all right, etc. So yeah, y'all went through the ringer, and some of y'all are still feeling whatever is going on from those things, right? But for some of you guys, the shit has already started happening. The time is now. Sometimes we have to be the ones to get ourselves out of the energy we're in. Like I told y'all, the only thing is that 4 of Cups energy. So I feel like you're on this huge new beginning, and major things are unfolding in your life right now that ties to creation. But this is you yourself, your vessel, creating. You being a spiritual being in a human body in a human body on this plane. You are the one who moves your limbs, your mouth, and everything else, right? So you have to go after your dreams. You have to create your dreams. I can't create them for you. You know, some people manifest and do the 3-6-9 method and like these other things. But I feel like personally, whatever is meant for you, it will be for you in divine timing. Feel free to manifest if you want. I mean, I only probably was manifesting because somebody made it seem like it was just so casual to do, you know. So that's the point of trusting in your own knowing instead of what everybody else is saying. But in order to even realize the truth, sometimes gotta experience some things. And some of those things may not feel the best, but it helps wake you up to reality and to the things that some people tried to hide from you, right? Now you know liars exist. Now you know molesters exist. Now you know this, and that exists. But are you going to let it make you, break you? No, just align you. So thank you. Next, I don't have any ill will. I don't have no regrets, because apparently with my lack of consciousness and free will, this is just where I am in life. And it's better. And it's better than any other point you could have been in life, right? So be gentle with yourself. Live in the present, because the past is no longer here and you can't go back to it. I understand these things hurt y'all, but some of y'all are still holding on to some relationships that didn't work out, relationships that didn't make you feel good. They disappointed you. They broke your heart. So, like, you got to release those things. Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. Some things left to stand on your brain. Some of y'all felt misfortunate. Some of y'all felt hate in your hearts, right? Or at least something that you feel like could be. Or maybe you dealt with people who treated you like they hated you, right? Something was a whole catastrophe. A big blow up. A collapse. Your world collapsed. Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Mind, body, soul. Well, I don't know about the soul, but mind, body, emotions, y'all, that you won't break my soul. So yeah, it won't break your soul. Beyonce, you won't break my soul. High Priestess on the back. I'm telling you, this is just helping you tap in with things higher than the 3D plane as well, though. You didn't experience magical things, impossible things, godly things, but you've also experienced what they would call the worst, right? Bad, negative, right? Maybe if they didn't create these negative terms, we probably wouldn't be that damn traumatized in life. Everything got a negative connotation to it. But you went from 2000s to 2025. You went to the whatever year you was born, 1950, 1970, 1990, 2003, 2001, 1999, whatever it is. Now we're in 2025, and honey, we right in the middle, baby. We about to be in 2026 here. We done got in the middle of the year already. But maybe if your life was less boring, right? Because like some of y'all feel bored and all this stuff. Like, you don't have to be bored. You don't have to be unhappy. You don't have to date people who don't have emotional intelligence. You don't have to chill with family members who low-key talk about you behind your back. You don't have to do none of that. Create the life that you want. Something popped up on my screen that says lucky day. Something is waiting for you. I told y'all something's going to be coming to you. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a person, place, a thing, all of the above. We talked about relocating, travel, a whole bunch of good stuff. Yeah. So y'all deserve this, honey. How can somebody so sweet, so nurturing, so beautiful inside and out go through these type of detrimental things and still be a good person and not lose themselves into all of that? You didn't deserve those things that you went through, but you experienced them. We can't go back in time. So forgive, move forward, because that's how you find inner peace. That's why I say some things you got to give yourself enlightenment on. A lot of people have opinions in the world, but you just got to make sure you going with your own knowing, because opinions aren't facts and beliefs aren't truths. Beliefs are something that we don't know we don't have proof on, but we believe that it's true. But we don't know for certainly if it is. We just believe it is. But your knowing is basically something that you don't need proof on. I know I said I was going to take me a little break from talking. I started talking about this, but I just wanted to bring the rest of that reading together, which, of course, if you just look at the whole read, you'll be able to take what you need to take from it. But sometimes my ass, I be giving like summaries of it. But yeah, basically, you know, you're a divine being. And now you're stepping into the reality where you can actually soar and prosper and enjoy the fruits of your labor and work how you want to work, live how you want to live, experience what you want to experience, feel what you want to feel out of your connections, out of your relationships. Some of you guys are deep feeling individuals. You're intellectual as hell, and you need other people like that, right? That's like being sapiosexual, but connecting with somebody who like what that is, you know? Like, you don't want to be connecting with people who you have to explain things to and dim your light around. Like, I mean, at first it probably was fine, right? But as you see, it's kind of challenging to do when people are not conscious like you, when people don't share similar beliefs or values as you. So it kind of seems like y'all out of alignment. That's why sometimes you got to just love people from a distance. That's probably why some people can't come with you, because y'all journeys were different and y'all committed different acts. Some people, believe it or not, that you know weren't the best people in their lives. And I mean, of course, you don't need any proof because they mistreated you. You could just tell that they mistreated you before. And I know I've came into realizations to where we don't apportion blame and we just look at ourselves and we don't take things personal. But I'm just, you know. But yeah, so those other love relationships didn't work out, family, friends, lovers, all that other stuff, you probably never got your dream career, probably thought you would never come into it, probably like, damn, how will I ever get there? How will I ever make it to a millionaire? How? Don't worry, just keep living, keep experiencing, and just put in the effort. Sometimes everybody don't get the same results as everybody else, overnight success. But I mean, everybody's journey is different for a reason. So be gentle with yourself, love your journey, love your shadows, do the shadow work, do the inner child healing. Don't let these things chew you up and spit you out, honey. You gotta bounce back. It's a choice. See, sometimes we thought it probably wasn't a choice, but the whole time it's a choice, because in the end, we're just dwelling at this point. We've pretty much moved forward time-wise, physically, you know, in the plane, emotionally, etc. It don't even hurt like it used to. So it's like the only thing is you just dwelling on it. You guys to release, you guys to forgive, or that's how you become bitter. That's how you start resenting people, and that's basically, most importantly, how you live a life that's not of liberation. You over here in mental prisons, you over here in isolation, you over here depressed and not wanting to get into new connections that may actually provide, good, healthy friendships. You probably never had that in life. So to you, you probably like, oh, I don't care about friends. But if you had those type of friends, the real ass friends like you, I'm sure you would probably want them, right? So you just can't forget about the things that you once knew as a little child in the first place. You were very outspoken, well-spoken, creative, outgoing, funny, extroverted. Now your ass turning introvert. Now you depressed, close the blinds, haven't showered in a while, don't be doing your lawn. I don't know. Whatever depressed people do, whatever stressed people do, whatever people who miss out on opportunities do, whatever you do, right? But all of that gotta come to an end. I don't know if y'all expecting to just poof and be out of a certain energy and just be in this different reality. It can happen like that. But sometimes you gotta balance out the spirituality and practicality. You've gotten this far, right? Didn't you get this far from putting one foot in front of the other? Getting that job, getting that hobby, when you went to school, going into extracurricular activities, you literally was making those moves already. You didn't found out about spirituality. Now your butt too high in the clouds, manifesting, doing magic. Come back down, honey. Come back. Keep it a little balanced. These are all just tools anyway. We don't need them. Shit. I had manifested something. I had told myself that I may not manifest again, because I'm like, these things do come to you. I had manifested me a car and everything, but shit, I'm not even able to drive it right now. At first I was, but depending on my free will, it went a whole different way. So it's like, you can do your manifestations if you want. At the end of the day, as long as you believe, it'll come. But yeah, you deserve this life, and you're literally in alignment with it. Some of you guys have already opened that door and passed the threshold, and you're currently actively living it. You just got to get outside of your own inside world. You're trapped in your mind or something. You're not in your present moment. Because if you were, you will be able to see that you're, like what I'm talking about, the blessings, the shifts, moving into karma waters. You will be able to see all of that, and you'll be able to operate in that space, because we can't control things outside of ourselves, right? So we still connecting with people who low vibrational, and they doing it. Like, you gotta trust God has a plan for you. Just let God know what you want to do. If you believe in God, let God know what you want to do, and then do it. And God gonna back you up. You want to get your own apartment? You don't want to live with nobody? You are capable of doing that. I don't care if the rent $1,000. You gotta stop underestimating yourself, because this life is meant for you. You can Connect with an emotional, intelligent person, someone who can give great advice, somebody who you can talk to all day and they even able to teach you some shit, right? You can come into the friendships and the spiritually divine connections. You can. Some things be sounding too good to be true, but it exists. Some people are already in those type of relationships as we speak right now. See, that's the lovely thing about how you can see into other people's lives, because it's proof of what can happen for you. We all bleed the same. We all had our traumas. So it's no excuse. The only thing is self-trust, confidence, like you've been having. But maybe you got bullied, maybe you got that whooping, maybe this happened, maybe that happened. Once again, you can't let these things make you and break you, but align you. You know better now. You're a different person now. Keep coming into who you truly are, because sometimes when we're not healed or conscious, we are not operating as our most authentic selves. We're still operating from a traumatized version of ourselves. We're still operating from a version of ourselves that was projected on. So our beliefs aren't even ours. They're not attached to our knowing or anything. They're just attached to what somebody else told us. And sometimes it starts off with your own parent or guardian. They tell you, yeah, you're religious. Next thing you know, it goes into school. Yeah, you're going to have to go on remedial class. So this makes you special needs. Like, it's always, I don't know, everybody's life is different. But y'all deserve this. This is justice. And I feel like you intuitively know you do. And I feel like you intuitively know that this can happen for you. So just take that approach and go for it. Trust in yourself. Keep on releasing whatever you need to release. Anything that's holding you back. Negative thoughts, people, places. Because sometimes it's your own comfort zone. And that can manifest in any way. But yeah, I do return the collective's energy back to them. And I release my energy back to me. Thank you guys for tuning into this message. I'm still wanting to get into a new collective, but I'm just taking my little pause that I said I was going to take. I don't know if I'm okay, yeah, so I'm going to end this live, and I'll probably restart it, or I'll probably go live on my backup account. So if you want to follow me on my backup account, it should be in my bio. If it's not in my bio, or if it's not in my link, then it's basically my exact name, except there's a period in between E and N. So it'll be LEE period or dot, LEE dot Nisha, right? So if you look at my TikTok name on here, it says Lee Nisha with 2 A's at the end. So my backup account will be Lee dot Nisha with the 2 A's at the end. The only thing is different is the period. All right, so I'm going to end this live, you guys, and I'm going to either restart it on this live, or I'm going to go live on my backup account. Don't forget, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. If you want to get on the list, make sure you come back in the live and let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.